Hello, my chicklets. Thank you for stopping by. As I was planning out this month's stories, I realized I had committed an egregious mistake. Specifically, when I recorded Hello, My Name Is, I only recorded the first half of it. I normally like to make sure stories are in one complete video, so I do apologize for that. But we're gonna start this month off with Chapter 2 of Hello, My Name Is. Despite the warm weather of summer, Janus adjusted his hat, taking in a slow, deep breath. He was prepared for the worst-case scenario, because that was the best way to protect his heart. Patton and Virgil had walked away after drinking their coffee, promising to be back later. But he had heard broken promises before. He wouldn't allow himself to be fooled again. But these were his soulmates. Janus ran his hand over his arm, closing his eyes, attempting not to look down at his watch as he waited for the two of them. He'd gotten off a bit ago, but they had not shown up yet. He was about ready to head home when he heard feet running towards him. Hey. Janus would never admit how much that deep, gravelly voice affected him. Every tense muscle relaxed as he opened his eyes back up, looking at Virgil and Patton. Apparently, the slight delay had been because Patton had gone to get flowers. Here, these are for you. His heart skipped a beat. No one had ever given him flowers before. And here Patton was, casually passing the flowers his way. He fought back a smile. Ah, yes, decapitated flowers. He couldn't help the sarcastic remark. It was his nature. He hated how it affected Patton, though. His smile fell, and his eyes were a little misted. I can take them back. No. Janus held them closer, fighting back his blush of embarrassment. I mean, it is customary to bring something to a first date with soulmates, right? Though it seems I am caught empty-handed. His grip loosened on the flowers a little bit before a thought came to his mind. He took one of the daisies in the bouquet, cutting the stem much smaller with his fingernail. He hesitated before tucking it behind Patton's ears. There, a flower for a handsome man. Patton giggled, taking one of Janus's hands in his own. That was much better. A smile suited his face much more. Can we take you out for dinner? Is that moving too fast? Dinner sounds good. He was going to melt if this man kept being so adorable. Why had he resisted this for so long? The worries entered his head, unloved, not wanted, damaged. But they all disappeared as Virgil grabbed his other hand. Patton's hand was soft and gentle, well moisturized and comforting. Virgil's hand was textured, calloused, dried skin, and warm and protective. Hopefully you don't mind the Indian food. Janus traced over the dried flower, pressed carefully between the pages. To this day, he still loved Indian food, more than was probably normal. But it brought back memories of their first date, the first time Janus dared to let himself believe that he was loved. What are you looking at, Janny? Patton draped his arms around his husband's shoulders, kissing him gently on the cheek. The memory book you created for our first date. Oh, wow. That was so long ago, but I still remember it like it was yesterday. We were so glad to finally find you, and so nervous. You were nervous, Janus scoffed. Imagine how I felt, Sugar Drop. You two had an established relationship, and here I was, a damaged barista. Hey! No, you weren't allowed to talk about yourself like that. You weren't damaged. You had a few scars, physical and emotional, but you weren't damaged. You were ours. I heard Patton's tone. Virgil came walking in. You talking bad about yourself again? He didn't even wait for a response as he flopped onto the couch, his head in Janus's lap. You know he doesn't like that. How could I forget? Janus rolled his eyes, but there was a fond smile on his lips. Is this my punishment for self-deprecation? Love and cuddles? Yes. Patton pulled him into a deeper hug, the back of the couch separating them. You deserve all of the love and cuddles. You think everything deserves love and cuddles, Janus said, rolling his eyes, but leaning into Patton's embrace. That's not true. Patton was pouting, but Janus couldn't help but smile. That was correct. Patton didn't love everyone. It was hard to make his husband angry, and Janus had only ever seen that anger directed at two people before, his own parents. Patton's fury had been strangely comforting, watching someone get angry on his behalf rather than at him. It had also been terrifying, Watching someone so soft and gentle become angry and near violent. It had scared Janus, and it had been hard to handle. The conflicting feelings had been what pushed the three of them to get couples therapy, and eventually, all three of them also got their own therapists, just to help manage the things that they had all been through. Being forcibly separated from one another, not knowing why Janus had stopped talking to them for so many years. Janus let out a sigh as he felt Patton remove the hat from his head, running his fingers through Janus's hair. "I love you," Janus whispered, relaxing into the couch. "We love you too," Virgil said, looking up at Janus. "Yeah, we love you so much." He looked at Patton's arms, and as he held the tattoo still there to remind him, "You aren't alone. We're here." Janus looked down at his own hand, the one without the scars, and the light script that read, "I'm here." Janus relaxed, his eyes closed. He never thought he would get this, but here he was, surrounded by love. Thank you all for listening. Again, this was the second half of Hello, My Name Is. I do hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember, you are loved.